question here about it that concerns either testifying or testimony for Ghislaine Maxwell, potentially before Congress, or if you would support members like Marjorie Taylor Greene or Anna Paulina Luna on the release of subpoenaing the Epstein documents from the DOJ, whether you would support either of those.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Marjorie or Anna about that specific subject, but I'm for transparency. We're intellectually consistent in this. Look, Reagan used to tell us we should trust the American people. I believe in that principle. I know President Trump does as well, and I trust him. I mean, he put together a team of his choosing, and they're doing a great job. It's a very delicate subject, but we should put everything out there and let the people decide it. I mean, the White House and the White House team are privy to facts that I don't know. I mean, this isn't my lane. I haven't been involved in that. But I agree with the sentiment that we need to put it out there. And you know, Pam Bondi, I don't know, when she originally made the statement, I think she was talking about documents, as I understood it, they were on her desk. I don't know that she was specific about a list or whatever, but she needs to come forward and explain that to everybody.
And there's Mike Johnson. He's not going to stand by as a cover-up goes on. He wants everything, as he said there, everything released so the American people can figure it out for themselves. Which is a strange thing to say after voting repeatedly over the prior 24 hours to stop those documents from coming out, which he did. Basically every Republican, with one exception, voted twice, by the way, the Democrats trying to get those documents out, and they stopped it, including Mike Johnson, by the way, if you want to put up graphic 5. And so, Ro Khanna tried to make this happen. One Republican, Representative Ralph Norman, voted to release the documents. And so Mike Johnson says, no, did I stutter? We're not releasing it. And then he realizes, oh, I did my job. I stopped the information from coming out. I protected Donald Trump, but I look like a shill here. So I better run to a podcast and pretend that no, I'm actually on the side of the vast majority of my voters who want this information out there. No, you don't. If you wanted that, you'd get it done literally today. And by the way, he's not the only massive hypocrite on this. You know, Marjorie Greene, with all of her, again, novelette-length tweets about how we need transparency and we got to protect the children. Guess who else voted to block the release of the documents? Marjorie frickin' Greene. Oh yeah, she's against the elite cabals of PDF files, except when it comes to her being able to choose to stand with the victims to release the information. Suddenly, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. And look, the voting against it is embarrassing, but in some ways, the online influencers on the right who have taken their marching orders from Donald Trump and they're like, I don't care if there's elite pedophiles, billionaires, presidents, whatever. I don't care. I'm not gonna push for justice. Their attempted defense of those votes is almost more embarrassing. And so Tim Pool said, absolutely insane that Democrats actually voted to have the US government publish child porn. WTF is even going on anymore? And that's probably confusing to many of you who are sane, reasonable people. What he's doing there is that he's pretending to think that if all of the Epstein investigation documents came out, those documents would be child porn, and thus the Democrats, they want child porn, as he runs cover for everybody implicated in the list. A guy, Tim Pool, who talked constantly about the need for transparency and about, oh yeah, now we got Trump, we're gonna release this thing. Now he is spitting himself in knots, pretending to think that transparency is child porn. And by the way, we can bring up his past messages going back like more than a half decade of him saying that we need this stuff to be released. It was earlier this year, it was back in 2019, but now he's running cover for those hypocritical AF Republicans who talk about wanting transparency but block it every time. Sharon, what do you think?
It's preposterous. I mean, here you have someone saying that the Republicans are trying to protect children instead of protecting the identities, the full compass of this pedophilia ring. The same party that wants like 12-year-olds to work in American factories down south, or put kids in cages or separate kids from their parents, is now trying to protect children. And he just realized this, and that is why he's no longer in favor of the report coming out. We don't talk about redacting anything, but we got to just table this whole thing because children are the most important thing. It's ludicrous.
Yeah, no, they just, again, there's so rarely an opportunity or a need to give credit to the MAGA voters for like consistency.
True.
But this is one time in which, well, I think, look, a lot of them were anti-vax and anti-medicine and anti-science, and they stuck to their principles. Doesn't matter if hundreds of thousands of people are dropping dead all around us. I'm still anti-medicine. So I guess they were principled on that too. But in this case, they're principled.